Hello everyone, welcome to SkillSafari. We've come a long way exploring the unknown, to the deepest of the seas and the farthest of the skies. This is far beyond people in the past would have ever imagined. Today's reality would have seemed like science fiction back then. From China building its own moon base and SpaceX providing satellite internet access. And space tourism for recreational purposes is becoming a real thing. You could actually take a trip to space for real. But it's not like any other trip you'd take during a vacation. This is space. It's a whole new dimension. Space travel will have significant long-term and short-term effects on the human body. Let us see what happens when the human body is exposed to the expanse that exists beyond the Earth. First effect is anti-gravity. On Earth, we experience gravitational force, but in space, there are no gravitational forces acting. It is a state of free fall where all objects in the given space are falling in the same rate. It may sound fun, but actually, anti-gravity is torturous. Our spatial orientation relies on gravity, and without it, our body loses all sense of spatial awareness and we become violently ill. Second is space radiation. While venturing beyond Earth's protective atmosphere, there are high chances of exposure to radiation through high-energy charged particles of galactic cosmic rays and solar particle events. The ionizing radiation travels through the living tissues, depositing energy that causes structural damage to the DNA. There are risks of increased levels of cancer and also affect the central nervous system. The above stated are all physical effects and they can be overcome. But can you deal with the hardships of space when it's affecting you psychologically? Being homesick is a real thing, especially when you are 62 miles from where you live in. Being in a confined, silent and hostile area for long periods has more severe effect on the mind than one could imagine. Alteration of the light-dark cycle too contributes along with confinement, sleep deprivation, loss of appetite, altered stress hormone levels are all part of this. There were many research experiments conducted by space communities, and one such experiment that distinctively showed the world the effects of space travel is the NASA's twin study. NASA recognizes the twin study as the first study of its kind to compare molecular profiles of identical twin astronauts. One stayed on Earth and the other for a year in space. The results were astonishing. From increased length of telomeres and some changes in the gene expression, this study provided a great insight into the unknown. With SpaceX to launch Starlink fleet and mission to Mars, NASA launching its Mars rover, and one of the most effective Hubble telescope is expecting its successor James Webb telescope to finally begin its mission, and not to mention space tours offered by Roscosmos, the Russian agency which has partnered with Space Adventures to create a tourist destination in space. Who might know? Even International Space Station might be turned into a luxury hotel. It's going to be a great year exploring the vast expanse of the cosmos. We've been exploring space since a long time. We've been looking around, seeing and even sent probes beyond the dwarf planet. And even though space flight data can be sparse, it's not going to limit the widened exploration into the exotic environment. Thank you.